This is pure political opportunism. It's
You know what?
despicable.
I'm going to say I'm wrong because that breaking article has been completely debunked by Carolyn Levitt, the absolute mainstream media eviscerator.
Mm.
Um, she says that there's like basically if Trudeau doesn't shut his stupid mouth, we're in for a world of hurt in the next 24 hours. So let's watch.
Wow.
Friends at Reuters are reporting that the president has made a decision on the Canada and Mexico tariffs, but that they won't actually be implemented until March 1st. I was wondering if you could confirm that and talk through some of the president's thinking.
I saw that report and it is false. I was just with the president in the Oval Office, and I can confirm that tomorrow, the February 1st deadline that President Trump put into place at a statement several weeks ago, continues. The president will be implementing tomorrow a 25% tariffs on Mexico, 25% tariffs on Canada, and a 10% tariff on China for the illegal fentanyl that they have sourced and allowed to distribute into our country, which has killed tens of millions of Americans. These are promises made and promises kept by the president.
The president yesterday said that last night he was planning to discuss whether an exemption would be made on oil imports. Do you have any information on what decision he made there, or will there be exemptions at all offered under this?
I don't have an update or readout for you on the exemptions, but those tariffs will be for public consumption in about 24 hours tomorrow, so you can read them then.
You know, that's curious, Sheila. 25% for Mexico and Canada, 10% on China. I'm trying to understand the dynamics there because it was only a few months ago we went to a Pierre Poilievre press conference in Hamilton at a steel plant, and he was talking about for products such as steel, EV batteries, if memory serves, he was talking in the neighborhood of 25 to 50% tariffs against Chinese imports of those commodities. Why do you think it's so low for China?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think maybe, the damage that tariffing those imports would do to the American economy, maybe just because of the scale of those imports. I'm not sure, but I think Ontario should hunker down. I think you're in for a world of hurt, and I think you should hang it squarely around Justin Trudeau's neck like a millstone, and maybe tie Doug Ford to it also, because it didn't have to be this way.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's avoiding a self-inflicted wound for the American people. I mean, put another way, Sheila, go into a Walmart, go into a Dollarama. What would you say? Maybe 95% of the merchandise is sourced from China. So imagine if it's 10, 25, 50% more, what that's going to do to your purchasing power. It's so prevalent. I mean, I remember it was many years ago. I think it was a journalist with a Kansas City newspaper, but the assignment was she had a family and she was going to endeavor to live an entire year without needing to buy anything made in China. You know what, Sheila? She threw in the towel at the 2-week mark. It was impossible.
Yeah, I mean, they're so pernicious. And, the global elites have structured it that way.
Yep.
That they punish the Western economies for developing their economies, and they allow unrestrained economic development in China, because China, even though it is the world's second largest economy, is still classified as a developing country by the United Nations, which means that they get all these
and you mark my words, Sheila, in our lifetime, the next battlefield is going to be imports. It is going to be cars manufactured in China that can finally pass the crash test and the safety benchmarks. And in fact, that's why you saw last month, seemingly out of the blue, Nissan and Honda merging, two Japanese car firms, because the real elephant in the room coming down the pathway is Chinese automobile imports. So keep your eye on that one.
We've got one more clip from this press conference, and this is the one that I was referring to when I mentioned the mentioned the tariffs and Justin Trudeau running his stupid mouth to the detriment of Canadians. Let's watch this.
Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, said today that if the U.S. imposes tariffs, he will respond and he will not relent until the tariffs are removed. Are we seeing the start of a trade war with Canada?
I don't think so. I think the president is going to implement those tariffs tomorrow, and he will respond to Mr. Trudeau's comments in due time, I am sure.
What type of things have to happen? What does the administration need to see in order to avoid those tariffs?
Well, the tariffs are incoming tomorrow on Canada. And the reason for that is because both Canada and Mexico have allowed an unprecedented invasion of illegal fentanyl that is killing American citizens and also illegal immigrants into our country. In fact, I have more language for you right here. Canada, Mexico, and China, which, as I mentioned, President Trump will implement a 10% tariff on China, have all enabled illegal drugs to pour into America. The amount of fentanyl that has been seized at the southern border in the last 2 years alone has the potential to kill tens of millions of Americans. And so the president is intent on doing this. And I think Justin Trudeau would be wise to talk to President Trump directly before pushing outlandish comments like that to the media.
And, 2 points, Sheila. First, even if there is a trade war, which she dismissed, I can tell you one thing. We're going to lose that war, and we're going to lose it bigly. And secondly, let's not forget, tariffs go on and tariffs come off, right? I mean, maybe if Trump sees proactive behavior on our part, then the tariffs are removed. So once again, it's part of a power play right out of the art of the deal.
Oh, hi, it's Ezra Levant here in Toronto with an important message because we need your help. Independent journalism in Canada is under attack. Government censors, big tech deplatformers, and the dying legacy media are all working together to maintain exclusive control on the information you receive. They don't want you to hear other voices like ours, and they really don't want you to be informed and to think for yourself. That's why the work we do here at Rebel News is so important. Our on-the-ground reporting, independent news shows, and special content you won't find anywhere else. It's all designed to give you trustworthy information and alternative viewpoints so you can decide for yourself. We don't get government money, and we are not owned by some big global conglomerate. We're funded by people just like you, so please support independent journalism and help us continue our work by subscribing and becoming a Rebel News Plus member today, right here on the page.